Doechii Hate is so forced to me, and I really can't understand why. You have a dark-skinned woman making moves in the industry, making great music, inspiring young black creatives, and a person who just won a Grammy, and yet the internet is hating on her. The first criticism of Doechii is the whole industry plant allegations, which have been lost on me. I ain't even gonna lie. Doechii has had an internet presence for years. I mean, just looking at her YouTube channel, you can see she used to be a YouTuber and has referenced this on the first track of Alligator Bites Never Heal.
Part-time YouTube actor.
And then on top of her being a YouTuber, she even has a video talking about how she got fired from her job 5 years ago. And in this video, she says she has nothing else to lose at this point. So she's just gonna go to studios and see if she can get an internship.
I think tomorrow, I'm just gonna go to a whole bunch of like studios and like ask if they have any internships open. And also just like ask questions. Like, I don't fucking know. Record label companies, like, I'm just gonna go in and ask. Who gives a fuck? At this point, I have nothing to lose. I literally have nothing to lose. I have no place. I have no job. I have no children. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who fucking cares? I'm just gonna do it. I'll let you know how that goes.
But okay, this is clearly an industry plant, because a plant would be dropping videos in the old 2020, and those videos would also be what amounts to being at rock bottom and having nothing to lose. People tend to point to this album's first week sales being proof of her being an industry plant, which the sales were 11K units first week, but Doechii is an artist who is just now on her come up, so these sales are to be expected. But when Doechii won that Grammy, things took a turn for the worse. And then you factor in the fact that she is signed to TDE, which, you know, that's Kendrick, and then the fact people like Billy, Doja, Haley Williams, SZA, Tyler, and Kendrick have shouted out Doechii, it adds fuel to the fire. And I have to add a name to the list. Lauryn Hill has officially co-signed Doechii.
Miami, make some noise for Doechii! Yeah! Come on! Come on, Doechii!
And really, shout out to Tyler for bringing Doechii to my conscious attention. I didn't know who Shorty was, but her being on Chromacopia really helped propel her into stardom because everyone loves her verse on Balloon. Side note, I was at the concert and niggas loved her verse. And I'm not saying this means Doechii is an industry plant, but people amounted to that because why would any of these artists support an upcoming person like Doechii if she wasn't an industry plant? But to me, it just shows how hard Shorty is. But now I'm going to quickly debunk the industry plant allegations. Doechii had been making music for years, but her first mixtape was Coven Music Session Volume 1, which released in 2019. Doechii actually dropped her debut EP in 2020 called Oh the Places You'll Go, which according to Doechii was 100% independent, and she hired the team, bought the studio, and even drove the U-Haul truck with what I assume is like supplies and such. But apparently her song Yucky Blucky Fruitcake that went viral on TikTok in 2021 was the catalyst for her signing to TDE in 2022. So as you can see, what exactly makes her an industry plant if she's been going hard for years? She also has this same stuff documented on her channel and has had lows where, according to her, she felt like she had nothing to lose. How is that an industry plant? And by the way, after signing to TDE, apparently she dropped this song called Persuasive, which, oh my goodness, Doechii, you always had it in you. Like seriously, go check out this song, she got it. Also, here's an Instagram post from Vivo in 2022 promoting Doechii's song. Crazy, but she's an industry plant. Like, Doechii has always been out here, you just wasn't looking. But part of the reason Doechii didn't drop any full cohesive projects like Alligator Bites Never Heal for some time is that she needed to discover what type of artist she wanted to be moving forward. She was putting out singles, but she didn't know herself.
It took me a really, really long time to figure out the direction of where I wanted to go with my music. Mm-hmm. And I think that we were dropping singles and it's like time had gone by. And I was trying to discover who I was musically through singles, and I couldn't discover that through a full body project.
But I say all this to say, she's not a fucking industry plant. Stop saying that shit. Now, let's talk about the recent stuff Doechii has gotten into. So on Hot Ones Versus, Doechii and her friend are playing a game, and the topic was red flags. Doechii's red flag is straight men. And that just made Twitter start spiraling for some reason. This spawned in a whole bunch of think pieces and idiots and whatnot. So I just wanted to go over a few and give my thoughts on it because I want to defend Doechii. And this stuff is also really stupid. Number one, Doechii is a queer woman. She has a whole girlfriend and she's open about her sexuality. When you understand that, everything should make sense. Number two, the idea that being straight is a red flag is clearly a joke. Does it have truth to it? Yes, because she's stating her dating preferences is other queer people. It's the easiest thing to comprehend and you have to be literally stupid to not get it. Let's view a few tweets. This tweet from Twitter user TheVisionAll states, Kendrick promoted his uncle becoming his aunt, and Doechii thinks being a straight man is a red flag. Paid actors pushing degeneracy. This gay will never be hip hop. Tap dancing entertainment. The song is about an ignorant Kendrick learning to accept and being more educated on who his auntie was. So that's a lack of reading comprehension. Pushing degeneracy. These comments are echoed by men who don't say nothing about the in hip hop, nothing about gun violence and gang stuff promoted in hip hop, and be the same ones who actively promote the bad actors. I hate how people say pushing agenda when Shorty literally cracked a joke with her homegirl and she's getting agenda pushing allegations. That's just overthinking a person's life. Like, I guess that's a downside of being a celebrity. People writing think pieces on an interaction between you and your friend. All right, the second tweet is from a user named Profeta Minerva or Minvera, where they say, I like Doechii, but Jesus Christ, can we get one mainstream woman of any race or color that doesn't on men 24/7? So this isn't true, by the way. She isn't on men. She's making a joke based on her preference, but even if you interpret this as on men, she merely on straight men, which aren't the only demographic of men. Another tweet from Twitter user Baby Ray says, bro, can we have normal black girls that actually represent us, man? Number one, this is probably the dumbest thing I've ever read. What does normal mean in this context? Doechii is non-conventional, weird even, but in the context of being a black woman, she's just a black woman. But this same person was agreeing with this weird rhetoric in the comments and even claimed they're pushing weird stereotypes, which is funny because she ended up saying free Tory Lanez, a man in jail for shooting another black woman. And actually, speaking of Tory Lanez, he ended up proving Doechii's point because he was basically shooting a shot at her on his new album, and he's a straight man who harmed a black woman, so come on. But I guess I shouldn't say shooting a shot because the lyrics are weird. This nigga don't even know Doechii. And then on top of that, Twitter started posting a video, which I'm not even gonna show you guys, of Doechii in a past relationship as a gotcha, as a, oh, this is why she doesn't like straight men. In other words, this is just homophobia. I'm just gonna keep it a G real with y'all. With all that being said, Doechii is a wonderful artist. Even if you don't like her music, the talent is undeniable and her hunger to be great is there. She has a bunch of wonderful tracks and even collabs. Go stream Extra L by Jenny featuring Doechii. I think instead of tearing a black woman down, why not celebrate her? She's great representation, and from what I can tell, she's a kind soul. So why hate when we can love?